What happened was, starting in kindergarten, they started telling me she was behind in reading. You know, they would say she should be at, 15 letters and she's only at 5 letters. And this progressed throughout the whole school year. And then we started first grade, and at that first parent meeting, the same thing, they told us she was behind. So she's in second grade now. The school tested her around October, and she was reading at a mid-kindergarten level. And then in March, I just happened to be talking to a woman in passing, and at the last second, I happened to mention that my daughter was dyslexic. And she said, you have to go to the Recordings for the Blind and Dyslexic website. They have this machine. And, I went to the website that night, and I started getting the information, and we got the machine, and it came on March 10th. And by March 11th, Leslie had gone through 3 books. As soon as the machine came in, she took her book and she took the disc, and she sat down, started listening and following along with her finger. Like, it was a whole process that she wanted to sit down and do. Never once did she say, I'm just going to listen to this and not follow along with my finger. So the very next day, she met with her speech and language pathologist, who immediately, 24 hours later, saw a complete difference in Leslie's ability, her fluency. She didn't know how to read a book before. She only knew how to read like a word at a time. It was like pointing, her finger was like word, word, word. It wasn't going across the page. She plays the machine. She's comfortable with it now, and she gets so excited. She takes it in the car and takes it in my bedroom and takes it in her bed and sits on the floor here. And my speech pathologist noticed immediately her vocabulary had grown. As soon as she started reading more books, now she has access to a much bigger vocabulary. I noticed it. Right away we went to a restaurant, and she looked up and said, restrooms are for customers only. And her speech and language pathologist said, customers? That's a big word. I haven't taught her that word yet. I haven't taught her how to sound it out and the rules that go with it. She said, that's amazing. And so Leslie was just really excited when we drive down the road. She's looking at road signs now, and she's embraced words and books, and she would have never had the confidence to pick up a book. And that's been real exciting.